Sairam, welcome to another literature class. And today's class is a continuation of our last class, wherein we had begun with a new lesson, that is chapter number 5, The 100 Dresses. Before I actually begin with the lesson, let's have a short recap of what we did in our last class. So basically, this lesson, The 100 Dresses, revolves around a Polish girl, Wanda Petronsky. She has migrated to the United States of America and she happens to go to a regular school with the other children. The other children in her class, they feel that her name is a little different. So they tease her, they make fun of her. And who are the ones who have initiated this? They are two girls, Maddie and Peggy. They keep on asking her different questions. Basically, this girl, Wanda Petronsky, stays in Bogan Heights and she walks down to her school every day. She is a very shy girl who sits very calmly in one of the corner of her classroom with the other rough boys. Now every day she is troubled, she is teased by the girls of her school, wherein there are different questions that they ask her. How many dresses do you have, Wanda, in your closet? So Wanda replies that she has somewhere close to 100 dresses in her closet. So that is where we had stopped yesterday, students. Let's proceed further with the lesson, and all of you will keep a book and a pen handy to jot down the important points. Yeah, 100 all lined up, said Wanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. What are they like? All silk, I bet, said Peggy. Yeah, all silk, all colors, velvet too. Yeah, velvet too. 100 dresses, Wanda. Now, she over here is saying, Peggy asked her how many dresses, to which she says, I have somewhere close to 100 dresses. And then there's another question popped up. What is the material? She says, I have all silk dresses, and yes, few, wherein velvet, the dress is made up of velvet as well. Velvet is a type of a fabric. Then Wanda says, yes, 100 dresses. Wanda would repeat stolidly. Now, what is stolidly? It's calmly. All lined up in my closet. Then they would let her go. And then, before she had gone very far, they couldn't help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. So these questions that they were asking, they were doing it purposely. Why? Because Wanda would reply 100 dresses. So they used to think that if Wanda is having 100 dresses, why is she wearing the same faded blue dress every day to school? So they used to feel that okay, she's telling lies. So that's the reason they kept on repeating the same question again and again. And after some time they would let her go. And before she had just gone, she had just covered a little distance, they would start laughing very loudly. 100 dresses. Obviously, the only dress Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100? What a story! So that is what. They used to feel that if she has 100 dresses, why does she wear only one faded blue dress to school? Okay, what is the need to say that she has 100 dresses? Why is she cooking this story? How many shoes did you say you had? So another question now. First was, How many dresses do you have in your closet? Now the next is how many shoes? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. So what did Wanda reply? I have 60 pairs and all of them are lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this. So, all alike. Oh no, every pair is different. All colors, all lined up. So again, in a very polite manner, they used to ask Wanda, so all alike? To which Wanda used to say, oh no, every pair is different, all different colors I have, and all my pairs are lined up in the closet. Exaggerated is overemphasize. Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. Now, when these girls circled around Wanda to make fun of her, everybody used to disperse. And who were the last ones? Peggy and Maddie, and they were inseparable friends. They were very, very close. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. So obviously Wanda did feel bad, but she never showed this to her friends. Okay, once they were done, she used to leave from there. Her eyes were very dull, her mouth closed. Hitching her left shoulder means raising her left shoulder every now and then in a funny way. She had finishing the walk to school all alone. So she used to walk up to school all alone. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected some small children from bullies, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. If anybody had said to her, don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda? Okay, so Peggy was not a cruel girl. Okay, she had protected many small children from bullies. Who are bullies? Basically, they are people who are strong enough, okay, they hurt or they frighten others. So she used to protect small children from bullies. And she cried for hours if she saw any animal being mistreated. So when if somebody would ask her, Peggy, don't you think it's a very cruel way of treating Wanda? What did she reply? Let's see. She would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person, else why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. So if anybody would question her, Peggy, don't you think that's a very cruel way of, treating Wanda? What would she say? Is it really cruel? Okay, why did the girl say that she had 100 dresses? It is so easy for others to say, okay, very easy to understand that the girl is telling lies, that she is speaking lies. And she wasn't just an ordinary person. Now, why she said that? Because of her name, Wanda Petronsky. She said that nobody in her class had a name like that. The other names were easy to pronounce, easy to say. So that's the reason they found her different. And then what did she say? That anyways, we are just making fun of her. We are not making her cry. So these are the reasons that she used to give when anybody confronted her, asking that the way she is dealing with Wanda is a bit cruel. As for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. Maddie was poor herself. So Maddie, who happens to be a very close friend of Peggy, okay, even she didn't like this, everyday business of asking Wanda, how many dresses do you have? How many pairs of shoes do you have? How many hats do you have? This, that. Even she felt bad about it. That was bothering her. But why was it bothering her? Because Maddie herself was very poor and she could relate herself to Wanda. She usually wore somebody's hand me down clothes. Thank goodness she didn't live up on Boggin's Heights or have a funny name. Now, this girl, Maddie, she herself wore somebody's hand me down clothes. What are hand me down clothes basically? When people use their clothes and they are not torn but they are old, so they pass it on to somebody else. Okay, so that particular set of clothes they are called as hand me down clothes. So even Maddie was poor and she used to wear this, somebody's hand me down clothes. Then she says, thank God I am not staying at Boggin Heights, or I don't have a funny name, or else I would have been their target instead of Wanda Petronsky. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying. Now, when Peggy used to ask Wanda those questions, in that mocking is making fun. Okay, in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie used to feel bad. She used to feel embarrassed. Okay, because she could relate herself to Wanda Petronsky. Why? Because she herself was very poor. So what she did at that point of time, she used to feel those marbles. She carried some marbles in her hand, so she used to just keep rolling them in her hand. And she said nothing to herself. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda. Exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dresses game. But suppose Peggy and all the other girls started in on her next. Okay. So what does she say? That she doesn't feel sorry for Wanda. Okay, she doesn't feel sorry for her. And she says that she wouldn't have paid any attention to Wanda hadn't Peggy invented this game of asking how many clothes do you have, how many hats do you have. Okay, but suppose Peggy and all the other girls started in on her next, so she was worried. What if Peggy and the other girls ask Maddie that how many clothes she has, how many shoes does she have? Okay, so this question was worrying her. She wasn't as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. So she says that she wasn't, she was not as poor as Wanda was, but yes, financially she was not as good as Peggy. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy should stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. Okay, then she says that even if she was teased by by the other girls of the school or the class, she would have the sense to say that she'll never say that she has 100 dresses. Obviously people will not believe her that she has 100 dresses. She would have she would have some sense to say the actual number of dresses she has. Still, she would not like them to begin on her, which means definitely she will not like all the other girls now targeting Maddie. Definitely, Maddie will not like this if the other girls of the school or the class start troubling her, start, teasing her. but she wished that, Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. She worked her arithmetic problems absent mindedly. 8 times 8. Now, today again they are late to school, but she was happy. She was glad. And what for? Because, she didn't make fun of Wanda. She didn't like it. Not because she felt bad. But then, yes, she could relate to Wanda Petronsky. She worked on her arithmetic problems, which means she started solving her math sums. 8 times 8, so 8 into 8. And she did this absent-mindedly. She was distracted. She didn't do this in full concentration. Let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." When she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. Now, she wished she had the nerve to write. Have the nerve to write means, a courage to write Peggy a note wherein she says, okay, that Peggy, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has. She felt, she knew that she didn't have courage to speak to her. It was very difficult for her to speak to Peggy and tell her, "Peggy, let's stop doing all these things." Rather, she thought it would be much easier for her, to write a note and pass it on to her. So, after she finished her math sums, she started writing a note to Peggy. Suddenly, she paused and shuddered. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. She started, after a maths sums were done, she started writing a note to Peggy. But then suddenly she stopped. Why? Because she pictured herself in the schoolyard, where instead of Wanda, it was Maddie who was standing in between, and the other girls were circling around her and asking her different questions like, how many clothes do you have? How many shoes? How many hats? So that's the reason she shuddered, she trembled. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings so no one in room number 13 would recognize it. Okay, now the dress that Maddie was wearing, like I told you before, they were hands-on dresses. They were like somebody else wore it. It got old, and the dresses were passed on to somebody else. So Maddie wore dresses like those. Now the dress that she was wearing was basically Peggy's dress. Okay, and how did her mother disguise the dress? Basically, she did some trimmings, some here and there she cut. She must have added some frills to it or some lace to it, so that Peggy doesn't understand that it is her dress which Maddie is wearing. So this one thought stopped her from writing a note to Peggy. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. What difference did it make? So she felt, okay, now let Peggy on her own decide when can she stop having fun with Wanda. And then she just ran her hand through her blonde hair, as though she's trying to push away the thoughts that are coming to her mind. And then she said, "What difference does this make to me? Let her make fun of Wanda. How will it make any difference to her?" Slowly, Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best like girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. So the note which she had already started to write, she before she could finish it off, she tore them into bits. And then this girl, Peggy, she was supposed to be Maddie's best friend. Peggy was the best like girl in the whole room. And then she said that, Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong. So, this is the way she is convincing herself, okay, whatever is happening, let it happen. Because if she intervenes, she could have been the next target. As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived upon Boggins Heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. So, this Wanda, she was just a regular girl who was staying up on Boggins Heights, and she used to stand alone in the schoolyard, and she never said or never spoke to anyone in school. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dress, pale blue with colored trimmings. So when did she speak to the other girls? Only when they asked her how many dresses she has. That was the only time she interacted with the other girls. And then she remembered telling about one of the dresses with pale blue colored trimmings. Trimmings is decoration, like I told you, maybe a lace or some patchwork done for the others not to understand that this particular dress belongs to somebody else. And she remembered another that was a brilliant jungle green with a red sash. So here she is speaking about the different dresses that Wanda had described when she used to speak about the 100 dresses that she has lined up in the closet. So students, we will stop here for today. We'll continue with the lesson in our next class. Don't forget to click on the link that has come with this particular video link. Submit your answers. And until we meet next students, you will take care of yourselves. Sai Ram and bye-bye.